Hello, welcome back to our YouTube channel, Canada Vlogs with SK. But in today's video, it's only me. Obviously, because I'm gonna talk about facing to an interview for the position of ECA, or we call it Early Childhood Assistant position. And also because today's video, I'm gonna be the one who's hosting because Kay is at work, so I thought I should be starting doing this video because we couldn't upload videos for a little bit of time, so I thought, why not this video? So let's jump right into the video. So first and foremost, you should know about the company before going to the interview, because they will probably ask some questions, couple of questions about the company. For me, applying to YMCA, oh, that was a bird, I was just looking at it, sorry. So for me personally, I was asked a lot of questions about the YMCA because they have values, so they asked that from me. And you should know the vision, mission. If you don't know the vision, mission, like, you can't, study that and go, but you still have to have a small idea about what they are talking in their values, in their vision, and in their mission. But for the values, especially in YMCA, if you are applying to the YMCA, you should know the values, just the names, like. So yeah, so that's about the knowledge test about your understanding about the company. So yeah, let's jump to the second main question. So it's the second most important question, like oftenly asked, is about yourself. So you need to give a small introduction, like it's like the first question, but I just put it as the second question. But usually when you go into an interview, they will ask you about yourself. Just give us a little introduction about yourself. So just talk about who you are and what your qualifications are, especially educational qualifications, and what your experiences are in the field of applying. Like, if you are applying for ECA, like, what are your experiences, what are your past experiences that align with ECA, and what your passion is. That is important. Like, when talking about passion, it gives the employer that you have something in you to be a certain position in that company, or like you have the passion to work with these people, you have the passion to work with the children. So just tell that you have a passion. Like, for me, I said I have a quite big passion towards working with the children because because when I was little, I used to play with my younger sisters who are my cousins, and that led me to join the early childhood education field. So that's something that I said. So that was a hit. Okay, so and then let's move to the third question. So after that, in childcare, usually you'll be asked like several questions in different patterns. Like, for example, you'll be asked a situational question, you'll be asked a behavioral question, and you will be asked about a problem solving situation. So how do you face to these situations? That's what so basically this time of the year, it's the spring, right? So there are a lot of flies going from here and there and here and there, so that's one of that stuck in my eye. So yeah. So you'll be asked these 3 types of questions, so you need to know how to answer in such situation, how to answer, like how you would act during that situation. So let me give you some examples of situational, behavioral, and problem solving questions. So one is, let's get a behavioral question, behavioral issue. You will be asked something like, okay, you have a child who is having behavioral issues when it comes to play. So this child happened to have an argument with another child, and this problematic child has bitten the other child. What would you do in this situation? So specifically, they will ask you one question about biting. This is for sure, because practically when I'm in the class, there will be at least one child who is there biting, especially that's the younger children. So you will be asked this question. So what I did was, what I answered was different at that time, because I didn't know what to do during, but I gave a successful answer. But I think for that question, you need to answer like, first you will approach the child, you will approach the situation, and then you'll try to take the child, the behavioral child, away from the situation ASAP, and you'll provide him with an activity to do alone while you are being in the area. You have to be in the area, but you're like keeping the child away from the other group, but still, even though he's alone, you are there in the room, you are with him, right? And then you will reach to the child who was bitten and see if there's any serious condition, if so or not. Even if there's not, you will be reporting a serious occurrence, because it's a serious occurrence. If a child is bleeding, if there's an incident, if there's an accident, that's a serious occurrence. So you'll report an incident report, and then you will proceed with before the incident report, you will proceed with the first aid. So if it's bleeding, you go and take help and do some first aid. If not, whatever the precautions you take, and then you proceed with the incident report. So, and then after you put the first aid, you reach back to the other child, the child who bit, and you talk with the child. First you offer comfort, and then you acknowledge his feelings. Remember these 3 steps, okay? First you comfort the child, and then you acknowledge his feelings, like, I know you are angry sometimes when you don't get your things. I do sometimes. I get angry, I get mad sometimes if I don't get what I want. So that's how you acknowledge. Then you talk about what you want from his behavior, like what you expect from him. But you say, but if you want something, you could ask nicely. You can ask it nicely, and if if the other one doesn't want to give it to you, you will have to stay for a while for your turn. You will have to wait for your turn. That's how it goes, right? So that's how, you know, especially in Canada, turn taking is important. So you teach the children that turn taking, about turn taking. So yeah, so that's how you handle a situation, a behavioral situation. Another thing is a situational question, like you'll be given a situation and what would you do in this situation. Like, for example, let's say, oh, this one is important. You need to know about the child and the teacher ratio, because especially in Canada, there's a ratio for the children, like how many teachers should be there for this number of children. So you need to know that. And if you are asked, like for example, you're with preschool children and you have 8 of your children, like you can have 8, right? So, and you go out and you have one more coming from the gate, what would you do? You can't have 9 children, you need to have another teacher. So what would you do? So at this moment, you can say that you take all the children inside, or you walkie to the inside group and inform that there's another additional child joining the group, so one of the teachers have to come and take that child. Or else, if you don't have walkies in the with the teachers, like with you will be taking all the group inside and then proceed from there. Like you will give the extra child to the other teacher or the educator, and you'll proceed with your group. So yeah, that's another thing. And if you are, oh, do you see? Oh no, you don't see. That's a squirrel. So if you are asked, you have 5 in your group and one of the child wants to go to the washroom, what would you do? So you will go with all the children to the washroom, right? So you can't leave just 4 of them and go with the other one, or else you can't tell the other one to go to the washroom while you stay here. You have to take all the group with you to the washroom. So these are like simple things you should know if they ask from you, okay? So another one done, and the last one is problem solving. So during this problem solving questions is usually about the parents. Like if you happen to come along a parent who is having a hard conversation with you, or who is coming complaining about something, what would you do? So if in this situation, you should be patient at first. First step is to be patient. So you need to have a good patience and listen to what the parent has to say, and then acknowledge her complaint. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, you know, you have to acknowledge her complaint, and then assure the parent that you'll be taking some steps forward. Like, you'll be taking some steps regarding the issue, right? So let's say for example, a parent comes complaining about a different child who is constantly taking that parent's child's toys. Whenever he's playing with a toy, that the other child is coming and taking the toy from his hand. So what would you do? So I would listen to the parent patiently, and the second step is I would acknowledge her complaint. For that, I will be saying, yeah, I get it, oh, I see. So like, you give a positive reply for her complaint, like, oh really, I will, oh I see, yeah, I get it, so like that. And then you will assure her that there will be no issue hereafter, so that you will be taking actions towards the issue. So you'll say, yeah, I see, I will make sure that this will not happen again, and I will make sure to keep close supervision, and I will make sure to talk to the other child's parents if this happens again. So that's how you handle a problem solving question. Yeah, so these are the types of things that it will be asked from you. And apart from that, yeah, that's usually the questions that usually ask. And apart from that, you will be asked how many hours you can work, and your status in Canada, and your salary expectation, and your availability. So these are the questions that asked by you at the very end of the interview. So if you are asked how many hours you can work, you should say the number of hours that is eligible for you under your permit. If you are on an open work permit, you can work up to 35 hours to 40 hours. But if you're a student currently at 2024, today is May 20th, oh no, today is May 16th. So by today it's 20 hours per week that you are allowed. So you have to say, I'm a student, so I have 20 hours for work. And if you are asked about your availability, you should say when are you available, like 2 days, 3 days, what are the days. And if you are asked about the salary expectations, usually now at present the rate goes from 16.55 to 20, but I don't think there's much places that pay 20, but 18.25 $18.25 is the maximum I've seen. But yeah, there could be some places that pays more than that. And yeah, that's the questions that could be asked at the very end. And when like how soon you can join the company, so you can say within a week, or with 2 days of notice, like that. So yeah, that's how it goes. So if you have any additional questions, leave a comment below so that I can answer. And if there are a lot of questions, I will be posting a new video regarding that then. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something, and hope this video helped you guys. Yeah, so good luck for your interview. Get prepared. Oh, and also about your attire, make sure you wear something comfortable and something nice and something smart casual. But let me tell you, in Canada the dress is not like a number one thing. So you can wear whatever you want, but make sure that you are comfortable. And if you are a girl, do some elegance, like apply some lipsticks. That will be nice. Like, it's not a necessary thing to do, but it will be great. Like, if it would be pleasant if you can go with a pleasant face, but that's no need to have a lipstick. There's no need to have lipstick to be pleasant, of course. And wear a nice smile on your face. Yeah, so if you have any more comments, any more questions, comment down below, so I'll reply to you guys. Yeah, we will see you in the next video. Bye.